What's up, fam? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. We're back on IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor. In case you didn't know, that's itydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on all mobile devices in the World Wide Web. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss one video. Let's go. And you're going to start it off with Saucy Santana. Now, Saucy Santana basically was saying to DJ Akademiks, I was going to leave you alone because I like black people. But now it's time for Saucy to lay into your mama. Saucy Santana basically was saying that, once he saw DJ Akademiks crying like a bi, he was going to leave him alone. But then, because DJ Akademiks, I guess, responding back, and he got whack 100 or something like that to respond back to Saucy Santana. Saucy then came back and said he is going to stay on his head top.
This shit just get worse by the day. So now this ass nigga Akademiks done went and did a link up with Whack 100 and another powder puff girl sitting on the couch, face full of fucking fear. And then you got Whack 100 calling another bisexual boy like he gonna do something to me. Who? Where? You done left one headquarters and went to another headquarters, but still ain't show up in Miami, and I'm not gonna see you no mother where. So shut the fuck up. And I was gonna leave you alone once you started motherfucking crying, but since you wanna keep chatting and you done did a whole bad bitch link up, I got something for you. And Whack 100, you a bitch. That's why he came and found you. You a bitch ass nigga too. You was the manager that's in love with Blueface that was mad because Blueface go with Krishan, right? That's you. Mad at a nigga about his... All y'all suck one, honestly. And let's really keep it a bean though. The same way you go, stop the gay boy narrative. We can't say nothing to him. All this cancel culture shit. It's plenty of things to say about me besides being gay.
And that was Saucy Santana, courtesy of Coffee City via way of On-Site. So shout out to them. Yeah, there's other things he can say besides you being gay. Your music is trash. You can say that. You look funny as fuck. Like it's just like you're like half female, half male, like a female with a beard. Like he could say those things, but again, we all know what is on the minds mostly of, heterosexual males in 2023. Akademiks made it seem as though, he's only putting up with Saucy Santana. He's not saying what he wants to say. So you know what he wants to call him and how he wants to respond to him. But because of cancel culture, he can't say. Again, man, I'm not going to feel sorry for DJ Akademiks because DJ Akademiks has come at so many women, from Nicki Minaj to Carisha to SZA to Erykah Badu, come at Queen Erykah Badu. So, hey, you reap what you sow, man. Whatever you give out, energy you give out into the universe, you're gonna get back. So, to me, that's just that energy coming. Chickens coming home to roost ain't never made me sad. Matter of fact, it only made me glad. I call it justice. Malcolm X. Moving on to those sexy ass Cardi B. Look at her shape, man. Oh my God. Them hips. That. Anyway, forget that. I spoke to one of my comrades over that work at Spotify, and we got into a conversation, and they brought up something that I was bringing up. Bongos it looks as though it's going to go back up the charts a little bit this week, or for next week, Hot 100. And I was just thinking about now they have like bongo challenges with the rap part. There was already a whole bunch of challenges with the dance part. Plus, the music video behind the scenes, and it seemed like a lot of people engaged in it. And I just brought up to my contact over Spotify, like, is there something going on with Cardi B's numbers? And ironically, this person, I'm not going to mention who the person is, but he's very well known. He has a Twitter account at Spotify. And he said, you know what? I'm going to look into that because I noticed the first few hours on Spotify, maybe like the first 8 to 10 hours, like her numbers wasn't really even moving on Spotify. And I just found that strange. So Bongos needs to be investigated, right? After all of the things that took place with Bongos, and for it to only go to 14 and then all of a sudden just start drifting backwards, I thought, okay, it's going to debut at 14, maybe it'll go down the charts, maybe, but it just never did. And to see that there's people still out there, still into it, I'm like, wait a minute, this song should have been, seems like to me, I mean, like you just got that feeling in just the way you see things. It's kind of like when Nicki Minaj's Queen came out and then they were like, oh, she did 185. And I was like, nah, ain't no way, from judging what I was seeing, ain't no way that album only did 185. I was like, that album probably did like about 240, 245. I said, but, people back behind the scenes, perception is reality. So they going to, whatever you see, you're going to be like, oh, I guess that's the number. So we got to get Bongos investigated because this song is popular. Everybody talk about how nobody's checking for that song and that song flopped. That song is very popular. I still hear it on the radio. I still see it everywhere on YouTube and TikTok. We're going to check into Bongos and see what we find out. Speaking of Nicki Minaj, it seems as though after Megan dropped her song Cobra, all of a sudden these posts came about for Nicki Minaj. I'm going to, people started putting this post up, Nicki looking a certain way. Then there was another post with a man, looks like he's trying to rip headphones off him, trying to get headphones off him as quick as possible. And, people took that as Nicki shade. Now, I'm going to take it as Nicki shade because if it was done to her, right, people always say, oh, she shaded Nicki. So we're going to take this as Nicki shade. Listen, Nicki, you can put all the posts up you want and try to act as though that song wasn't hot. But that song is as hot as anything to me that you put out in a minute. And I mean, in my opinion, Super Freaky Girl, I don't care whether it went number one or not. To me, it was a trash record. I felt the same way about Super Freaky Girl as I felt about WAP. I never liked WAP. I always thought WAP was trash to this day. It said a lot of different records, but me personally, I thought the song was trash, and I still think it's trash. And I thought Super Freaky Girl was garbage. Right? Now, this song, Cobra, I don't know why Nicki Minaj is posting like trying to gaslight people or her fans to try to make it seem as though, oh, the song is terrible. That song is fire. The content, what she's talking about is fire. Her vulnerability is fire. The subject matter. You can hear the sensitivity in her flow. And you already know she can bar it up with the best of them. You already know Megan when it comes to the bars, when it comes to the writing. Right now, she's number one, in my opinion. So that's just Nicki Minaj doing Nicki Minaj, and that is part of the reason why, a lot of her peers don't mess with her because she's messy, she's bitter, she's, subliminal, she's passive aggressive, and a lot of people don't like that. The only people that seem to like that is her fans. And if you notice, no one ever comes to her defense in arguments. Whenever, stuff like the Grammys and things like that, even though people may see that this might be wrong or that might be wrong, they're never going to come out and publicly defend her because she's so messy and aggravating behind the scenes and on social media. Everything could be going perfect, She is obviously proving that she's sitting up listening to Megan Thee Stallion. Why? And, it doesn't matter. Megan can drop the perfect song and Nicki's going to say it's trash or she's going to make some sort of subliminal post or whatever to gaslight her fans. So it don't really mean nothing. You can expect nothing less from Nicki Minaj. I just wish Nicki would switch into queen mode, like she wants us all to believe she's a queen, and her fans want us to treat her like we treat Beyonce and Rihanna and Adele. But Nicki doesn't carry herself like a queen. I shouldn't even say wants us to believe she's a queen, because when it comes to talent and her accomplishments and what she's accomplished in the game and her longevity, she is a queen. She is the queen of rap. That's why most people know her as the queen of rap. But it's her personality and her persona that keep her from being put into the same category or same level as those others. Because you got to ask yourself, do you ever see Beyonce doing that online, or Adele, or do you ever see them in drama online? Nicki stays in social media drama. And that's why a lot of people don't come to her defense when it comes to a lot of these issues in the industry, whether she's right or wrong. Right? So shout out to Nicki Minaj. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for that amazing song. And I don't care what nobody says. Everybody knows that song is hot. They know that song is hot. And speaking of the song Cobra, I guess this is like Pardi Fontaine's response, letting people know how, his response to everyone dragging him on social media. And he put these two, I guess you can call them memes or gifs or clips up.
It's an evil world we live in.
Looks like to me like he's kind of laughing at the whole situation, saying it's a cruel world out there, and he's using Future and then a picture of Tristan Thompson laughing, and we all know that they're the two biggest cheaters ever. So maybe that's why maybe he's responding like, "Oh well, I'm caught." It's a cruel world out there. That's what happens. Sometimes these things happen. So I wonder if Pardi Fontaine is going to respond in a song. And will he have a song trashing Megan Thee Stallion? Somehow or another, I feel as though he is. All right? I'm not going to tell you where I got that information from, but I feel as though he is. Now, he may think twice about it because he don't want to look like he's bullying a woman, but don't be surprised if you hear Pardi Fontaine drop his side of the story or what have you. All right, so let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Pardi Fontaine thinks it's funny. So y'all let me know what you'll think. It's your boy Evan Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.